Part 3, Nordics, Pleiadians are all fallen angels. So we are all under this dark angelic force. And before I get back to more of my Bible verses today, let me just give you a thought. Just kind of think about this. There is a principality. There are ranks of angels. There's principalities, there's rulers and powers, dominions, virtues, and thrones. And they're all this power of the prince of the air, right? And so you've got to, let's just go with principality. Okay, let's just stick to Ephesians 6:12. And let's go with the principality. And I understand it all too well. I can walk outside, which I hardly ever go outside, but I can walk outside and I can see and I can hear because I've been given Holy Spirit discernment, and I can see spiritual forces. I can hear spiritual forces. Now, at one time, I used to get paid for that, and it was called psychic reading or medical intuitive reading, right? Iridology reading. So this has been part of my life from day one, is to be able to see and hear the invisible, right? The invisible realm. And I'm telling you, there's not a single city on planet Earth that doesn't have a city or county, whatever you want to think about it. You have a principality over you. We're all under a dark angelic agenda, right? A control program. Now, I just want to remind you, I'm going to get back in the Bible here very, very quickly, but I just want to remind you that they know, the angels, the dark angels know the human psychology better than any trained psychologist on the entire planet. They're way above in their intellect and knowing how to herd the collective towards a certain mindset. And what I've been observing since the lockdown of 2020, since basically March of 2020, they brought in this, I guess I would say, idea that there's these white hats, right? There's this universal income coming. There is military and control. There is this, whatever, call it Q. I don't care what you want to call it. But they keep you compliant and docile, right? Because of this future promise. And it goes on, year after year after year. And they keep promising you some date, some month. Nothing ever happens. No prophecy ever comes true. Zero. But they've got you docile. They've got you addicted to watching these people, right? They find these good-looking people, and they whisper in their ears the stuff you want to hear. They know what the collective wants. And they give them, these people have to go out and get big microphones, and they have to go put themselves online every day for hours at a time, continuing some white hat message. The dark angelic force is just laughing at us collectively, because we will give people with good-looking people with big microphones in front of them, right? On your favorite YouTube channel, Rumble, Telegraph, I don't care what channel you go to, and they will keep it going and going. They will keep the collective suppressed and under their dark angelic agenda. So stop spending time watching people with big microphones in front of them, promising you wealth transfers. That's ridiculous. Pastors are talking about that. It's ridiculous. All right? Put your heart, your soul, your eyes, and your ears back into the living word. And let the Holy Spirit fill you with what you need to know. 1 Thessalonians 5:5, for you are all children of light, children of the day. We are not of the night or of the darkness. Luke 12:3, therefore whatever you have said in the dark shall be heard in the light, and what you have whispered in private rooms shall be proclaimed on housetops. Think about that, guys. That principality over you. Let's just call it one dark angel, whatever you want to think of it. They know everything. Psalm 119, 105. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Colossians 1:13. He has delivered us from domain of darkness and transferred us to the kingdom of his beloved Son. Think about that. Spend time with that. Stop with all this white hat, Q drop BS. Just stop. 2 Corinthians 4:6. For God who said, let light shine out of darkness, has shone in our hearts to give the light of knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. That's what you need to be thinking on. Romans 13:12. The night is far gone, the day is at hand. So then let us cast off the works of darkness and put on the armor of light. Acts 26:18. To open their eyes so that they may turn from darkness to light and from the power of Satan to God, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and a place among those who are sanctified by faith in me. Last one. There's 1,000 of them. More than 1,000 verses on this, but let's end here. John 12:4-6. I have come into the world as light, so that whoever believes in me may not remain in darkness. When you're spending your time online with these, I guess I just want to say the collective is so addicted. And the angels know this. It's sad. I don't know anybody else who's talking about this dark angelic force and the spiritual warfare that is upon you, each of us individually. We're everywhere but the Bible. We have so much to do. So we can't give the Bible any amount of time. We can't discern the Holy Spirit. These angels have you so distracted and so, I guess, in fear, right? That's why you're addicted to this Q stuff or whatever, patriot stuff. You're addicted to that because you're looking for hope. And you're looking for hope somewhere other than the Bible, somewhere other than the living word, somewhere other than housing the Holy Spirit in you so you can see this dark angelic force around you. And not a single church on the planet spends more than 5 minutes, if ever, talking about the spiritual warfare that is upon you every second of your life, period. How to understand it, how to know it, and how to break through. The church doesn't have that message. The church isn't about spiritual warfare. The church isn't about saving your soul. It's about getting money and putting out fluff, feel-good stuff to make you feel good. All right, you're in a fallen, dark world. There's nothing to feel good about this world. But you have the Holy Spirit in you. You get up wanting to read the Bible all day, every day. You can't get enough of the Word. And if that's not in you, there is a seducing spirit in you, and the dark angels love that. Come on now, fight this. So you get my point. There's so many passages, but there is this dark counsel you will find in Isaiah. All right, go through Isaiah. I'm not going to give you every single thing. I want you to get into the Word. Find this dark counsel in Isaiah. It has a lot to say. It will tell you these guys turn things upside down and backwards. That's their signature. There's a huge amount of symbolism. Now, you guys have already seen all kinds of the pedo symbolism and all of the satanic symbolism, but the fallen angels are very specific with their symbol. They have one symbol they use over and over, and it's 3 petals of a lotus flower. 3 petals of a lotus flower. That's their signature. Understand what you're fighting. Okay? I'm going to expose it as much as I can, but understand what you're fighting. There is satanic, and that's different than the fallen angels. But the dark powers, the dark councils around us are eating us alive. We are not winning this ball game. There are more people out of the Bible today than there ever has been on the planet, period. The church is so apostate as to be a joke. You're not going to find me in a church. No way. So once you understand this, then you can read 2 Peter or Jude and really take in what's being told to you here. All right? Let's go with, I'm going to go 2 Peter and Jude. Pretty much has the same message. I'm going to let you find Jude for yourself, but I'm going to go to 2 Peter 2:11. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusation against them before the Lord. But these, as natural brute beast, that's what they are, they're brute beast. What does brute beast mean? They have no knowledge, no wisdom, no understanding of anything holy. There's no light in them. They're fallen. There's no salvation. There's no redemption. They know that, and they hate us who have opportunity for redemption, for salvation. They hate humans, right? They fell because of humans. They were jealous. They were angry. Satan convinced them they were bigger and better than humans. They were not to be put charge over us, as in Psalm 91. Seriously, this is an agenda that no one talks about. Know what you're fighting. You're fighting brute beast. Let me continue with 2 Peter 2:12. Made to be taken and destroyed. That's what's going to happen to them. They're pissed off. And destroyed. Speak evil of the things that they understand not. They speak evil of what they don't understand. What do they not understand? Guys, they don't understand God. They don't understand holy. They don't understand Jesus. They don't understand redemption or salvation. All they understand is their dark lord and what evil that their darkness can summon up, create, put over you. Speak evil of things they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. What, Wade? You don't see that on your media, do you? The media loves to show you riots and shooting and this out-of-control crime. No longer at night, but in the daytime. Spots, they are. If you're going to read the Bible, you have to understand the code, okay? Here's another code, spots. Dark angels are called spots. They are, and blemishes, sporting themselves. Okay, spots and blemishes are dark angels, evil angels, spots and blemishes. And once you understand that, and you see it in the predictive programming of your TV shows or whatever you're streaming, Hollywood movies, you've got to understand how many ways. There's like 50 names for a dark angel. And there's another 50 names for humans. So I want you to read the Bible and break the code, understand what they're saying. Okay, let's repeat it. They count it pleasure to riot in the daytime. Spots they are and blemishes, sporting themselves, right? Themselves. Angels are human looking. In their real form, they're reptilian, but they can shapeshift into humans. I know that's too supernatural for most of you. Get over it. All right? The Bible is a supernatural book, period. There's nothing more supernatural than the Bible, and there's nothing more supernatural than a dark, evil, fallen angel. All right, they're running the show. They're running this planet. This is their planet, guys. You do not have dominion. All right, you lost it when Adam and Eve got kicked out of the garden. All right, they have dominion. They have dominion over this earth and everything living on it. For a time. For a time. Blemishes, sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you. All right? Next time you go out with a group of friends, you don't know that you're not feasting with the dark angel. You don't. While they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery. These guys, again, angels are men, all right? There's no female angels. Angels are men, and this is a man-on-man world or a man-on-boy world. And they can't get enough of it. Sporting themselves with their own deceivings while they feast with you, having eyes full of adultery and that cannot cease from sin. Beguiling. Once again, beguiling. That's how we got kicked out of the garden. Because females are a weak vessel. And Eve was beguiled. Women, you don't want to hear that? Fine. It's true. Women like shiny things. They are the easiest to get away from the Lord. They're the easiest to steer away from Christ. Just float something shiny in front of a female and she'll follow it. I know I just turned off a lot of females and I don't care. What I care about is the truth. Beguiling unstable souls. You see that? The majority of unstable souls are going to be female. There's a lot of men too. But you're not in the Bible. You're not with the Holy Spirit. You're an unstable soul. Like it or not, I'm calling it out for what it is. You're an unstable soul. And the dark angels see that a million miles away. They're sending their vices to you, unstable souls. And heart, they have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children. They're sons of God. Do you understand that? Sons of disobedience, sons of God. They're cursed children. God cursed them. They'll never be redeemed. They're out, no parole, no going back, no plea bargains. It's over for them. They're cursed children. They're doomed to fire. They're going to be destroyed. And they're going to get every unstable soul with them to keep them company in the lake of fire. It's that simple. 2:15, which have forsaken the right way and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam, the son of Bozar, who loved the wages of unrighteousness. So, just right here in this small little passage, right? 2 Peter 2:11, a couple of verses. We see their spots, their blemishes, their brute beasts with eyes full of adultery. Just that simple. Now, in other areas, there are also thorns, thistles, and briars. That's also what they're called. Once Adam got kicked out of the garden, we can read Genesis 3:18. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. So right there, they use the thorn and the thistle more in the context, if you will, as an analogy of getting in and corrupting your DNA, of getting under your skin, of getting into your blood. Later, we're going to read about their agenda in Ezekiel. Their agenda is known and is spelled out for us. And once you understand what you're reading, it's super clear. So we're going to stop right there for part 3 and come back with part 4.